What's going on guys, ZfreeZone here, and today we're back with another epic PvP build. As you can see above us here, we are doing a pillar build and it's got the 3 bubbles up there. It's got plenty of trap protection too if you didn't even have the bubbles active. Bubbles are pretty much last resort, or if you're getting hit by a god, obviously you can just pop one. But it's good arrow defense if you need it as well. But let's get into this amazing build here. So we'll run through these doors just up here. So once we come through these doors, you can see we have an animal pen on that side, and we also have a wheel pane in that far corner. Over here is a little trading spot where you can trade with your neighbors. Obviously they can come through those doors there, and that's about as far as they can go. They can't reach these, so they're safe there, but you also got some storage up here. So whatever you want to trade with these guys, you have a nice little safe spot to do it, and also you can shut the door from here. So you can kind of trap them in here until the deal is done and then let them out. So that's a nice little trading post right there for any of the neighbors that want to come over. Now before we go up this magnificent structure here, we'll just have a little wander over here. We've got the fish trap base. As you can see, there's a little bit of water that's headed into the base here. And under here we have all the fish trap, improved fish traps too, and if you want to get around the side you can just walk, so plenty of room for some more fish traps. Up here you got the fridge, and you even got a campfire there to cook these guys. Over here, of course, with the fish traps you need the compost, and obviously as you can see there, we can stack the compost in a very awkwardly weird manner there. So yeah, if you haven't tried that out, start stacking your composters like that, because why not? We'll have a look down the bottom here. Now we've got AntiClimb and we've got separation as well, so we're going to have archers on these levels going up, and there's a nice separation between AntiClimb down here to up there for the splash damage. So they won't be able to use bombs that easy just to get up, and it's all nice and smooth, so they can't place bombs on any surface there. So that's a good little defense just for that bottom bit. And then if you have a look a bit further up, we've got full AntiClimb all the way up to the top. But that's our defenses down the bottom there. That will take them a little bit to get up there. Now our way to get up is over here on this elevator, this magnificent elevator structure. Just for an elevator is pretty crazy. You could do this in sandstone too, because this does not matter if they blow this up. If they blow this up, it's just going to be harder for them to get back up. So if we come up here, you're going to see we're going to go all the way up to the top here. Wait boys, I'll speed this up just a little bit here. But we've got platforms just there, just for archers on the way up as well. Now make sure you hit that subscribe button, because we will be coming back onto this little structure here and setting out all the thralls and showing you guys how to set this base up really nice and proper. But from this view, it's absolutely amazing up here. And this is just the elevator. Now this elevator here, if you go out, say if you come from that side over here to go farming, you pick up the elevator and you put it in the box. Very important. That's one of the most main things you need to do with this base, because as soon as this elevator is detached, they're going to really struggle to get into this build. So yeah, keep that in mind. But you can see here we've got the drawbridges on the outside, and we also got extra padding up the top there. So we've got the drawbridges down the bottom. There's a lot of extra padding up the top there. So the drawbridges, their hitbox is absolutely huge. So they're going to soak in all the trebuchet fire that could be shot at this place. Now this is the inside. Have a look at that. Absolutely marvelous, this guy. So all our main benches out here, because they're big, they're huge, and new benches, they take up so much room. So we chuck them out in the foyer here. Absolutely beautiful. We've got a little nameless shadow there. He's pretty cool. And we've got like a little kitchen here. But these benches, you've seen them before. You know what they are. They're all here. And they're all set to go. Under here we have another little locked up area. And this is where you could probably make your dragon powder or your potions or anything like that. The buffs. Or even the ores that you don't want to just leave out into the main room. I do it like this because even if people get up into this place, I still want it hard for them to get to the good stuff. Yes, they just have to blow through some doors, but that's some doors they wouldn't have to do if this build wasn't built like this. And obviously behind here we have the vault. Now that vault will be holding most of the good stuff. Well, the good stuff to come down the bottom here, so most of your stuff will be in that vault. But obviously you can put a lot of storage around here as well. There's plenty of room for it. If we come up here on top of this guy, you can see we've got a couple of benches up here, not too much, but there is again plenty of room for boxes up here. And around the side, there's absolutely heaps of room in this base. So you could probably even make a few rooms for your little homies to run around with as well. But for us, we have the Ensuite, I guess you could call it, with the main storage. So this is where you want to put all your good storage. Let's take this elevator up. So this is a little room up here. You can see it's got like some arrow defense down the bottom there, just to make it a little bit harder to get up. So up here you got your little place where you can change your character up. You've got your fridges there. You've got a cauldron here, so you can actually make some potions, respecs, or anything like that. Down here you have all your good stuff. So this will be like your fighting gear, or the end gear, or the buffs. Anything to get you out there and fighting again, I would put into this room here, because even if they are in the room down below us, once this elevator is taken off, it's going to be really hard for them to get up here, and you can keep jumping down and getting into the fight. And getting into the fight is the main thing. You don't want these guys to get to your bed. So I chose this spot as the safe spot for the bed, because I do believe it's one of the safest spots. And while we're here, there is another vault on top of this place, which is accessible from below here as well. So now let's go down. That vault is obviously giving more support for the ceilings as well, so they can't just blow through the ceilings to your bed. And there's also a wheel of pain covering that spot as well, so you've got some nice protection from the ceilings, so them blowing down is going to be a lot harder for them just to blow from the top down. Even for them to get up the top here is going to be quite hard, and I'll show you that in a little bit here. But just coming up here, we have the set. Now that is the set guy there. That's the vault we've seen from where the bedroom is. There's your wheel of pain as well. And over here, of course, we have the stables and the yard pit as well. We'll go down the bottom and I'll show you where that yard pit is, shoved right up against the wall. We got the new animal pens as well. We'll chuck the small animal pen. We've got two of them up here. And we have this guy as well. So we've got 3 altars on this building. And you can see all 3 of them have popped their bubbles. And we are nice, snugly, and protected up here from any gods. And mainly arrows. Arrows is going to be pretty much the killer of any pillar base. Like, you can always shoot trebs, but if someone pops a bubble, they can't shoot trebs. And they can't shoot arrows, so... Now they can shoot trebs, they can't shoot arrows. That has changed over the time. So the trebs will come in here, but that's why we bulked up these side so much. The side is nice and bulked up. So now I'll just run down, I'll show you that yard. So if we come down here, you can see the yard pit is at the back here, and the yard pit is just up there, nicely tucked away in a 1x1 high place just there, and you can access it from the bottom here, by just looking up and opening up the yard pit, or you can access on top as well. But that is the yard pit, nice and tucked away. That's going to be our main defense right there. That's the one you're going to want the bubble to be ready on at all time. The other 2 are a nice little backup. If you're getting hit really hard, then I'll pop the other 2. But that is going to be it for the inside. We have got a little more secrets to come, but make sure you hit that subscribe button so you can see those secrets and where I've actually put the stash spots on this build. Alright guys, so we're on the outside of the base, and I pulled this drawbridge down just to show you guys the hitbox on these in. The hitbox on these guys are absolutely massive, and they're like that even though they're bowled up like that. Their hitbox is still quite large, even when they're wound up. And then from the top half here, if you come up here, you can see there's a little gap on top of these drawbridges. You can change the door frame and the gap will disappear with different kind of door frames, but this one has got that gap. But you can see here we've put extra layer here, so that's one layer. And then if we come up the top here, we've got another layer here, and then we've got another layer on top. So this is pretty much 3 layered on the top side of this. And then we got these drawbridges on the side here, which you have a look at the drawbridges, they're 200,000 HP, so they can take quite a beating. But that is pretty much our trap defense up there. It's quite solid. This build is layered upon layered, and there's just plenty of HP damage that needs to be done to get inside this thing. But as you can see from there, it's quite a nice solid build, and the way it's built as well is absolutely amazing. The other thing I like about this build too, we're right on the border of the dark and the light. So if you go over here, you can see the whole thing change. Goes all dark because we're on this side, and then if we come over here, it will go at daytime again. But yeah, it's like right on the cusp of that build. But that is the build overhaul. We'll be doing more videos on this, and if you want to see this build up close as well, we do have a server running at the moment. If you jump on the Discord, you can get on that server. You can grab the password and come and have a look. The name might change now and then, but the password will be updated. And you can come and have a gaze at this guy in person if that's what you like to do. But other than that, I'm ZfreeZone. Make sure you catch me in game or on the Discord. Come over chat. I will catch you guys on the next one. But yeah, stay tuned because we are going to come back to this build and show you how to set up the thralls in this space. But I hope you like this one. This has been a mega PvP build. And I'm ZfreeZone, and I'll catch you guys next time. See yous.